Man, Elena always gets such fantastic music. Always such fantastic music for that character. This song is great. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Hello, everyone. We're going to be playing some Persona 5 today, but I don't have the mods installed that I had installed before, so the game could crash at actually any second. It could just crash for seemingly no reason, but the reason is just that my save file has mods associated with it that I don't have installed. Because that's one of the things I have not had the time to do since reinstalling Windows. But I did test it. It did run long enough for me to sound test. So I need to test something right there. Okay. I needed to test to see if my macro for muting my mic works. He installed a Big Badonka Honkas mod? My god, no. For starters, I couldn't find any Big Badonka Honkas mods for Persona 5 Royal, okay? Secondly, I wouldn't install anything that I couldn't show on stream. Thirdly, almost everything I installed was just like minor tweaks and changes or adding costumes. You do not believe me. I don't care if you believe me. Go find them yourself. I couldn't find them. Okay, so last thing we did was Futaba's Palace. And we've been in the post-Futaba Palace section for 2 streams now, so this will be the 3rd stream. It's a very, very long section of the game. It might be... It might be the longest section of the game that is just social stuff, but we're nearing the end of it. So hopefully we'll hit that today. And we're gonna hang out with On.
We'll just have to wait for now.
Oh, but I don't have a lover's
That's
persona.
too bad.
So of course, social stuff is good, okay? It's the reason people play this game. But too much of it is kind of a pain.
Hey, inmate!
The reason I play these games is because I like the mix of all of it. Oh, hi, Kaneki.
How goes the rehabilitation?
Time for some rehab. You wish to now choose.
Oh, okay, I have space for one more, but let's see
You
if
wished.
we can
What
fuse the
path do you
lovers.
want?
You just want to see where the story goes? You don't care about the characters at all, really? That's fair, because if I'm being real, among the Persona cast, this is easily the weakest. But most people are playing this for the characters, not for the story, or they're playing it for the characters and the story. Okay, so let's just fuse everything we can.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive significant power. Girls, let us begin.
How you can shoot Soul at any moment if you please. Insulting Kaneki like that? SMH. Even as a joke, I won't stand it. Kaneki is a wonderful person. There we go. Brother How timed out Solaire Fan 01 for 100 seconds. Rage boost. We want that. I mean, we have taunt, which is nice, but no, I don't want that. I don't care about rage. Yeah, because we're gonna replace taunt with Mataru Kaja the second we get it. Okay,
You okay with this?
let's go ahead and make
Select the skills
Mothman.
you'd like to inherit.
It will receive some new now for a rebirth.
We are nice in this chat, except for when streamer makes mistakes. But that's every chat. Every chat makes an exception for when the streamer does something silly. Okay, I'm a bit out of it. I'm kind of not communicating what I'm doing right now. Currently, I am just making everything I possibly can so that we have options for the future on what we can and can't summon and can't fuse. With hopes that, you know, I won't have to do any off-stream... Won't have to do any off-stream grinding at all.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Mod abuse soul. It's not mod abuse when you basically call someone a bitch. Okay? You missed a lot of streams for this game. Did you get a lady friend yet in this game? I have not romanced anyone, if that's what you're asking. Why limit yourself to the ladies? There are no gay romances in this game. Also, I am personally straight, so I'm not really interested in any dudes. I expected you to simp for the teacher. I did simp for the teacher the first time around. Because personally, you know, I am an adult, she's an adult. I can self-insert to the character and it's not that weird. Also, I just love her personality. A teacher that's just done with the world. I love that. What the hell else do I want here? You have, like, nothing offensive, so let's just go ahead and give you...
Its power will be nothing unusual.
Isn't the character a minor, though? Yes. Yes. But, see, I have no issue mentally separating fictional characters from real-life people. I don't have that problem. I don't have a moral dilemma
Not
anytime,
terrible,
you know...
but not impressive. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
I see an anime character and I think, oh, they look pretty. And again, if I'm self-inserting, the character's like 30, I'm like 30, it's not that weird. How much, what is the stats on this lady? She's got high magic.
Select
Okay.
the skills you'd like to inherit.
What the fuck do I even want to put on this chick? Let's just do this.
Will it gain new power? Girls, let us begin.
It's a game at the end of the day too, so like you don't have to date the adults, but there are adults that play who don't want to date the minors. Yeah, like I don't care. I can separate myself from like the reality of it all, you know? You guess you can see it that way, but you still don't like it? Yeah, that's totally fair. And like a reasonable response.
Justine,
Some
you
people
handle this.
try to put themselves on like a moral high ground and be like, well, this anime character is 17, and so therefore thinking that they're pretty is fucking disgusting. And that's just crazy to me. It is an anime character. Who cares? They should let you date guys and sigh. I agree. I agree. And especially since there has been planned gay romances since Persona 4, right? There were planned romances, gay romances in this and in Persona 4. And they just never went through with it for whatever reason. And this is a fucking game about changing society. So it
These are
would
the
have
paths
really,
you have
really
walked.
fit in this particular game. Okay, let's grab a lovers. Arcana. Wow,
This
that's...
persona, you'll withdraw this persona.
She's
This
a
is
low
your
level.
power. Done already? What?
Oh, what if you could date Morgana?
you
Get the
need
fuck out of
something?
here. Okay, I draw the line of bestiality. Get the hell out of here. No, I mean, if you want to date Morgana, first of all, you have terrible taste. Neko Shogun with what?
Do you need
I wasn't
something
reading that.
now?
The Kaja. Okay.
Do-
If you want to date Morgana, that's your own prerogative, but you have awful, awful, awful taste. Because Morgana is the worst character in this series.
Time
Okay,
for some
let me see
rehabilitation,
if I
Wish.
can't
Can
do
you
an
gather
advanced
them
fusion with
up?
Neko Shogun.
Not terrible, but not
Do
impressive.
any of you have Dakacha? No. Do any of them get Dakacha naturally? That's what I need to figure out. LMAO, no, I hate the dumbass cat. Well, then why did you ask?
What? It is time, inmate.
We'll just have to wait for now.
Okay, now we can hang out because I get extra points for hanging out with you.
Thanks.
Kaneki, you're not allowed to call him that. Stop that. Stop that. Disgusting.
Hey.
So yeah, physical therapy can be one of the most painful things around. I'm glad I have personally never had to go through it and only had to witness some other people going through it. But geez. Physical therapy is... Physical therapy is rough. Bob, can I just ban everyone so it's just me in chat like the good old days? No, you're not allowed to do that, sorry. You're too big now that you hit affiliate. Get out of here. You can't ban Soul and Kaneki because after you and Fing, they are the two biggest chatters. Because Soul's not here very often, but Soul is always yapping when she's here, sorry. And, you know, Kaneki is always here to help with Persona. What can you do to help Shiho? Just show her how strong you are and she'll take inspiration from that.
Yeah.
Show her that you're working hard and she'll want to work hard as well. You love Persona and you lurk on some of my other content too? Well, I appreciate it. Lurking is the backbone of Twitch.
Thanks.
Confidant Lovers rank 6. New ability, Harrison Recovery. Chance to cure status ailments inflicted upon party members.
Alright.
Yippee. I'm engaging with the streamer. Do you want me to no longer engage with the streamer? No, please keep engaging. Number go up. People pop in, they see chat is popping off, and you know, maybe they want to participate as well. Though there's never any pressure to participate in chat. If you just want to stream lurk, then just stream lurk.
Bye.
I know a big mistake a lot of small streamers make is that like they way too enthusiastically try to engage with someone when they speak in chat for the first time. And that sort of scares people off. So I try not to do that, you know? I try to greet people if they pop in and let conversations happen naturally. Send a super chat that shows the most love. Yeah, exactly. Be like all those VTuber lovers, you know, and just send me $1,000 in super chat. Not that you can do that because I don't have bits enabled because I'm not. I hit affiliate, but I did not activate it. What to do with my nighttime? Okay, hold on, not VTubers, but VTubers get the most super chats. It's true.
The city is way too hot.
Look, if I wanted to make a lot of money very quickly through streaming, I would follow Pilot's advice and make myself an oddish VTuber. But you really don't like VTubers? I'm not a huge fan of VTubers either, right? I frequently raid Luna when I get the chance. But like, generally speaking, VTubers are just not for me. She is an exception. There's only 2 VTubers ever that I have been huge fans of. I guess that's not true. If you count Tulip and Axie, I also like their content. But outside of like people that I know personally, Luna and Corone are the only two VTubers I've ever enjoyed. The instant I host her, you scatter. That's fine. Fing doesn't, and Fing is a very kind person who joins the raid and then gives her 20 subs. You like Tulipy's model, and an Oddish one could be cute. Yeah, I agree, it could be cute, but the Oddish is there, right in the bottom right corner there. Yeah, just the mouse activated. No.
I'll just add this.
Right, this Oddish down here. He's here because I really like that Pilot made him, and I needed something to make my stream distinct visually, right, to show that it was me at a glance. Not because I wanted to be a PNG tuber or a VTuber or anything.
What would you like?
Oh, cool. New DVDs. Let's see, what are we gonna watch now? A teacher near a defunct high school golf team. Writer and editor battle for looming deadlines. Mouse MD. Okay, we're gonna watch Mouse MD because that sounds amazing. Okay, we're gonna spend time with Kawakami because we're very close to unlocking a skill from her that is incredibly useful.
You certainly seem...
Time for some rehabilitation. Let's
Fusion. Let us begin the search.
You okay with this?
You'll play this game eventually, you swear. I
Select the
don't
skills
believe you.
you'd like to inherit.
It will receive some new power. Girls, let us begin.
Sol, I don't believe that you'll come back to this game because it's been like over a year. And you still stress about it too much. Like, you sounded like you were having a good time when you were playing it, but you worry too much about the optimal way to play. It is very foreign to you what I am doing right now, where I just sort of go through the game and don't worry about scheduling things out properly.
Finished for now?
Justine, you handle this.
There is no right or wrong in a single-player game, that's true, but
These are the
that's not
paths
what
you
Soul's
have
worried about. What Soul is worried about is maxing out everyone possible and getting the true ending by maxing out the correct people at the correct times.
Is this your withdrawal? This is your pop. You left. Are you finished?
Right? Because there is a way
It is
in this
time,
game
inmate.
to spend your time efficiently enough in order to have all of your stats maxed and to have all of the confidants maxed by the end of the game. But it's like totally unreasonable. You basically have to be min-maxing every possible segment of the game, and you have to have, how do I put this? You have to have knowledge of what is coming up, right? You have to know what dates people will be available before you could possibly know, right? The only way I have personally been able to do that is either a New Game Plus, where I don't have to worry about my social stats, or following a guide, right? And New Game Plus means you have to spend well over like 150 hours because these games are incredibly long. And following a guide kind of ruins some of the surprise.
Hi!
Yeah, pretty much. You can't plan for what you don't know is happening. Exactly.
Hey!
Yeah, let's call Kawakami over. We were just talking about how I like her, and I do like her. I don't love her haircut when she's in this maid outfit, but you know,
Jeez.
your first playthrough was 119 hours, and it was your first Persona game. My first playthrough of P5 Vanilla was 135 hours. But I was also spending a lot of time in Mementos just grinding and getting every possible Persona.
So,
You fell asleep a few times while playing. The money is actually an apology. What the hell is that supposed to mean? There was a student named Takase at the school you taught at before Shujin. Takase-kun was considered a problem child since he had the lowest grades and skipped school a lot. So you were put in charge of guiding him, or rather pushing him to transfer to another school. Huh. Oh, he's working several jobs just to survive. He threatened you, saying that you'd be dismissed if you continued to tutor. What the fuck? That's awful. You should be able to help students who are struggling. It sounds like a bunch of jealous parents, right? Being like, oh, why is this kid getting special treatment? And the reason is because, I know this is a crazy concept to some people, but you pay attention to those people who are struggling the most, right? You give out attention to people based on who needs more attention and who needs less attention. Students who are already excelling or doing okay aren't going to need as much attention as students who are literally working 2 jobs while also attending school. That's crazy. Oh. It's not your fault. It really isn't her fault. She was pressured into the situation, and afraid of losing her job, which means losing her livelihood, which means being out on the streets. That is crazy that you're paying these people that, one, aren't even his parents, right? They're like his aunt or uncle or whatever. Because he died in a car crash? That's crazy. Just throw a Chromebook at the kids. That'll get them on the right track. Yeah, that is certainly how they deal with things down here in Florida. I love this expression she's putting on right now of just like faked. So she's clearly in pain and she's just faking putting on a smile, right? I love that expression. It's very telling of what kind of character she is. It's okay, the Duolingo CEO said all teachers will be replaced with AI because it teaches better and schools are for daycare. Oh, that guy's a moron, huh? That guy is stupid. Sorry, lady, but I'm not leaving you alone now that I know you've got these people that are basically exploiting you for money.
Yeah.
Confidant Temperance rank 5. New ability, Free Time. Gain free time in other teachers' classes with Kawakami's help.
All right.
Coolio. I think we are 2, maybe 3 ranks off of getting the most useful ability in the game. The most useful skill of all time. You've never met anyone who uses Duolingo that is actually fluent in the language they're learning, unless they're doing other things to actually learn. Yeah, exactly. Duolingo is not like a particularly good tool for learning if it's the only thing you're doing. It is like supplemental. Like the Duolingo CEO and all the things he said recently with AI screams of someone that does not understand how people actually use their product. How does AI replace a music teacher? That's a good question. They don't. I mean, AI won't replace a normal teacher either. Go ask AI any question right now that you might ask a teacher, and it's gonna give you nonsense. It's gonna give you absolute nonsense as a result.
Thank you so much.
It's weird seeing her in a normal maid outfit instead of Pizza Hut. Curry is all I eat. Let's offer her some curry. Do you want some curry? I'll make you some curry sometime, lady. I need to find a good curry recipe. Curry is delicious. You know what? I would love to find a good Japanese-style curry recipe. Because I had some Japanese-style curry for the first time last year, and that was bomb. It has such a different mouthfeel and taste profile to it than Indian-style curries.
Hey,
Okay, let's see. Let's see who's available today. Yusuke, who we can't level up. Makoto, who we can't level up. And then no one else? We can go see Takumi. What rank is she? She's okay, so she's currently the highest rank, tied with Ryuji, so we're just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna spend time with Ryuji, I guess. Your Witch Badge finally updated on your side. Oh, is that one of the Elden Ring badges? Yeah, it is. Elden Ring Superfan badge. Hey Ryuji, what's going on?
Yo.
You want to play some video games? Hell yeah. Have you done Gun Guy's stuff? I have started and done a bit of his confidant. I don't suspect I'm gonna finish it this playthrough because I like that one. I like his confidant, you know? It's really interesting. But I'm not sure if I'll have the time because I'm more focused on main party members plus a few of the other confidants that I really like and that people in chat seem to really like as well. Like Hifumi.
Yeah, let's go. How's this? Let's do it.
Oh, is it time to mash? Baby weak mashing. Weak baby mashing. Come on.
All right.
Let me mash more. I can mash so much more than that. Please. Game, you don't understand. I practiced my mashing skills for years.
This ain't half bad.
Do I have time after this? No, I'm sorry. I've got other plans.
Ah, come on. See ya.
Yeah, you play fighting games? Fighting games do not require mashing. No, I'm talking like Mario Party type mashing. You like the reporter Oya a lot, but her rewards are trash? Oh. Kaneki, that is the first time I've ever met anybody that likes her.
Ah, you're back.
I feel like I'm an outlier because I don't dislike her. You dated her on a third playthrough. Yeah, most people I've met find that character boring or like they just don't like her at all. Personally, I think she's alright. You know? Okay. Time to spend time with Akechi. You feel like she's charming and has a cute smile? Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I'm just not sure if people love the sort of trope that she has going for her. She has her reasons for being such a hot mess. Yeah, and that's something I can appreciate. I don't know if other people can. Need a justice. Do I have a justice? No, I don't have a justice.
Hey, inmate!
Wonder if part of it is she has kind of a boyish personality and look. I bet the way she dresses doesn't help.
How goes the
And I know for some people this is like a subconscious thing, but she has the same voice as Yukiko from Persona 4, right? And people really don't like Yukiko. So I know for a lot of people that's part of it.
What path do you want? Finished for now? Justine, you handle this. These are the paths you have walked.
To be fair, most people probably haven't done much of her interactions because her rewards are so trash. I don't even remember what her rewards are. They're that bad. And on my first playthrough, I got her to rank 9. I've never maxed her out,
Is this what a fee is required?
but I
This
have gotten
isn't
her
power.
very, very high.
Are you finished? What? No slacking off.
Okay, so I mentioned people really don't like Yukiko, and that might be like a subconscious thing that for people not liking Ouya as well, but I don't fucking get why people don't like Yukiko. Yukiko is great. No, this is the wrong place. This is where I want to be. It makes it harder to raise the security level of a palace or something. Oh yeah, that's awful. That's terrible. Like genuinely, anytime the security level of a palace goes up, I'm like, okay, who cares? It changes literally nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna rant about Yukiko for a moment here. Okay, so people really dislike Yukiko in Persona 4, mostly because her character arc, and I don't understand if those people just don't have like reading comprehension or what, because her character arc is maybe one of the most complete and like sensical character arcs in the entire series, right? She starts in one point with a misunderstanding of what it is that she wants out of life, and then she ends with an understanding of what she wants out of life, and it changes her perspective and changes what she wants to do with her future. It's such a simple character arc, and it makes sense. But there's a lot of stuff in Persona 4 that, like, screams, I have no reading comprehension, especially stuff when it comes to Naoto and Kanji. Those two characters. If I ever play Persona 4 on stream, I am going to have a full essay to talk about those characters, because they are the most misunderstood characters in video gaming. And I understand that the topics that they deal with are a little bit more nuanced than some people like to believe, but man, people just don't get those characters, and they headcanon them to be a certain way because that's how they view the world.
Hey,
Anyway, time to spend some time with Akechi. I don't think my bond will deepen just yet.
What do you want to do?
Actually, now that I think about it, who else do I have to spend time with? Hifumi, Becky, and Iwai. It's so sad how illiterate the general public is. Yeah. It is sad. And it's strange because
Good evening.
people are reading more than ever now. It's just the stuff that people are reading now is mostly like social media posts. And my bond with
I
Hifumi
see.
won't get closer. Wait, didn't you just spend time with her? What, Becky? Yeah, she's available on Fridays and Saturdays, so... And it will grow stronger soon. You can read, but it doesn't mean you understand the message. That's basically the gist of it, yeah. Screw it. We're spending more time with Kawakami.
Listen.
Respectfully, Hifumi is better than Kawakami. Get the hell out of here. Respectfully, a teacher who is done with the world is maybe one of the best tropes of all time. Also, Kawakami has, and I'm not joking when I say this, the best skill in the entire game. The most useful skill in the entire game. Isn't that most teachers? I guess that is most teachers in a sense, but the way she specifically expresses being done with the world is very relatable in a way that you don't see very much in fiction.
Besides, I'm,
She's an it is what it is kind of gal, just like you, for real, exactly. Okay, Temperance rank 6. New ability, Super Housekeeping, allows you to also request Kawakami to make curry or infiltration tools for you.
All right.
Kawakami perk is literally top tier though. It is. If I was doing a normal playthrough, just like on my own, she would already be maxed.
I'll see you later then.
I would have spent time with her at every possible time. Oh, glad to see my controller's doing that thing where it double clicks again. Awesome. It wasn't doing this for a little while, but now it is again. She can make your curry or criminal devices, it's true.
Hey!
And she can make you coffee and she can wash your clothes, it's true. She's a great maid. She should probably do that full time, but Japan has a weird thing where it's like, oh, you're over 24, you must be worthless to society now. Sir, could you please leave? There's supposed to be crosswords on this table, and they're never here when you're here, so kindly GTFO. 25 years old equals hag, exactly.
Hey!
Oh right, customers are here. I'm not allowed to look in the fridge because it's not allowed to seem like a person lives here.
How can I help you?
I feel like I should do some shopping today, you know, like go visit some shops to see if there's anything new. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, my plan today was to do the usual, do a bit of this and then do some Elden Ring, but I think depending on how long this takes, we might just be doing this. You always miss the crossword. You've only helped with 2, but they were very important too that you helped with. Like 2 I would not have gotten without your help specifically, so.
Shibuya. This is Shibuya.
For starters, let's get some juice.
Welcome. Well then. Nice.
One of them was like impossible. Yeah. One of them was like, what the hell? I could not have even told you what they were asking, let alone given the answer. And Kaneki really helped that along.
By the way, I see. Very well. Well then.
You helped with a medical question in Japanese cultural art. Yes, those are the two that you helped with. And I was stumped. Chat was stumped. It was a medical term for pollen-based allergies. Yeah, pollenosis. The other one, the answer was like, what, Japanese or something like that? Let's see. Let's go to the underground mall, which should be... I don't know where the underground mall entrance is. Let's just teleport there because confusion.
Please take your time.
Okay, that could be a present for On. That could be a present for maybe Makoto. For a sensual person in your life. Well, I don't have a sensual person in my life, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip out on that. You have...
Hey!
Yeah, these... I don't remember any of these being particularly good. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have a good day.
What would you like? Have you made your decision?
Oh, that's expensive as hell. I was gonna buy that and be like, yeah, I know who to give this to, but 88k. No, we'll buy that after the next dungeon, when we will almost definitely have way more than enough money. You just have an obsession with flowers that began even before you learned about Japanese flower language and the art of floral arrangements. Mean? Hey, we all have our obsessions. I have niche knowledge about stupid fighting game stuff, so you know. You wrote a 10-page paper for art history in college comparing and contrasting Buddhist art in China, Korea, and Japan. So you researched a lot about art for that. That sounds honestly very interesting.
Welcome.
And that's stuff that, like, I feel like a normal person will find interesting. I don't think I could tell a normal person about, you know, the stuff I spend my time researching and looking up. Okay, let's go to Central Street. I don't think a normal person is going to be like, oh yes, please tell me what the optimal dancer rotation looks like in Final Fantasy XIV.
What would you like?
You don't vibe and wing it? No, I don't vibe and wing it. When have you ever known me to just vibe and wing it? Okay, so, Sojiro did not like the noodle pack that I gave him. So, you know, I don't really feel like buying another one and possibly wasting it.
What do you want to do? Take your time. What do you want to do?
Okay, then we need to go to... Let's go to Shinjuku since it has like 2 shops in it total and there might be something in one of them.
Hi.
But the one who's married to their desk. I don't know who that could be, honestly. For a spiritual someone, we're not maxing that social link. We're not even going to touch that social link. For the master chef... there is one person who's trying to get better at cooking, but we already have them to the max that we can right now, so... Yeah, I don't know what any of those are for. For Dr. Lady, probably? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. No, let me eat ramen right now. I need ramen. Ah, give me ramen. Okay. It's been a long time since I had any real ramen, so I'm just kind of... Who are we wooing? Who am I trying to buy for? I'm just trying to buy for people in general.
Yep.
You know? People it might be useful to have a gift for. If I'm being honest, this is the character I'd like to woo. She seems really interesting. But I don't know if that's possible, and if we look here... Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. She is already at the max that she can be at for now. Right? Pretty sure that's not the max she can be at, considering it would be extremely strange for a game to have 5 as the max.
What would you like?
You want to say Hifumi likes a star mirror, but it's hard to remember. It's incredibly hard to remember. Like, it's all very...
Welcome.
very abstract. You believe the star mirror is for Chihaya. I don't like Chihaya. She shares a name with my favorite character of all time, but aside from the name, I don't like her. Among my least favorite confidants ever. Thought some gifts have multiple people it can go to. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Some gifts do have... Some gifts are not just for one particular person.
Hi there.
Okay. This is just an incense shop, right?
Welcome.
No. There's too many to remember. There is. And there's like a massive combination of different people you could give them to. So, like how many confidants are in this game, right? Currently we have, not counting the story ones, so we'll discount the Fool and the Magician. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh, we skipped that one. 15, 16, 17. so far, and that's not even all of them. No, is this the incense store?
Take a look around.
No, this is another store filled with accessories, that's the word. Kasumi has a cool confidant journey. You think I'll enjoy it if I manage to do it all? Yeah, well, it's a high priority because she's just a nice character, and it's totally new content to me. Okay, this is fishing.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is fishing. I don't care about fishing right now. If this were another game, I would fish all day, every day. But the fact that it actually takes up time means no fishing for me. Okay, we're gonna go visit Takumi just to shop.
Don't pass out, okay? Please head to the exam room.
Maxing all your confidant on first playthrough is basically impossible without a guide. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done
You want a shot?
a max confidant
Take your time.
for this.
Try not to suffer
Even on my
unnecessary
second playthrough
injuries.
in New Game
I want the
Plus,
data I
it was
collect from you to be
just
of use. Why do
going
you have
back
such
for
a serious
achievements
look on your face?
and then not finishing the
I feel
playthrough.
like you have a different vibe going on. Why do you have such a serious? Oh,
Okay,
did
lady,
you choose
you
one?
need to stop talking.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna buy one of these.
Oh, did you choose one? There you go. Why do you have such a serious look on
And you
your
know
face?
what? We're gonna
Did you
buy
choose
one of these as well.
Thanks. Take care.
And now we're broke. So let's decide based on what persona we have. Don't have a chariot. I don't have a lovers. I don't have. Okay, so I don't have any of them. Why does she yap so much? I don't know. I have to assume it has something to do with like the frame rate being higher than the game is used to. Your doctors hardly speak to you in America? Yeah, my doctor is the same. Ask me a few questions, type some things on the computer, ask me a few more questions, do some tests. Okay, I want to spend more time with, I guess, On, she's the lowest of the three. 2-minute visit, that'll be $550. 2-minute visit, 3 tests you didn't really need, $550 now. Also, here's some blood work you're gonna need to get. That will cost you $400. No,
You'd like to
we
read
don't
the
have a time that
compendium?
we need it
These are
by,
the
but you
paths
need to
have
do it.
walked. Is it you'll withdraw this as your Are you finished? What? It is time, inmate.
Luckily, my copay on my doctor's visits only come out to be $50 nowadays, right? And my medication is fairly cheap. $20 for like a month. But if I have to have anything outside of the norm, right? I have to pay for all of that out of pocket, and it's just the worst. Your x-ray was $600, even though you said the meds you're on aren't helping. The doctor was like, well, that's the first line of treatment, so yeah. And that's it. Didn't treat me at all. Didn't treat you at all, bill you $600. Yeah. Last time I went to get my teeth checked, it was like, so this cavity you're here to have removed, right, to have a filling put in. It's actually way worse than we thought, so we're going to x-ray you, charge you for the x-ray, and then we're going to send you somewhere else to have it removed, the tooth entirely. Which, by the way, I still haven't done because it's going to cost me $2 grand and I can't do that. And the tooth is not currently bothering me. So...
For real? Hey,
They don't even prescribe what you're on. You were sent there on a referral for your from your doctor. It was irritating because they just dismissed you and wanted to charge you ridiculous money for the pleasure. Yeah.
let's go.
I love American healthcare. You can't even really call it healthcare. Asakusa and Oshiage, a popular old town area known for the Sensoji Temple in Tokyo Skytree.
All right.
Asakusa is one of the places I personally want to go to when I visit Japan.
What? Wow.
This type of lady pisses me off so much. I admire that she is so dedicated to her job, but one single bite of a thing that you enjoy is not going to ruin your life. You should enjoy your life. It should not be... You should not be so strict about everything all the time. If you want to have a dessert every once in a while, you're not going to just suddenly implode.
What did you say?
No, it will. You have no idea. It's like when Popeye eats spinach, except it immediately goes to her waist instead of her arms. Yeah, okay. Like, On could definitely use... It could definitely do with putting in more work than just being like, I'm just naturally good at this, then never have to try in my life ever.
Yes!
Right? But, like, this type of lady that Mika is just...
Wait.
It's tiring to even think about. Work ethics shouldn't mean being unhealthy. Yeah, okay, that's basically what it is. That's a good way of putting it. She is a workaholic, except her work is that her body and her modeling, right? She's just trying to be mean? Yeah, basically. Please don't cry. What a mean thing to say. Plus, suck-ups are the worst, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say Mika is strong. I'd say Mika is good at what she does, and she is mentally weak, so she has to pick on others like what she's doing with you.
Yes!
I sense a heightened motivation from On. Confidant Lovers rank 7. Heightened motivation doesn't mean any actual useful skills though, so...
Bye!
I'm just gonna say this to people out there that need to hear it. A diet is not about hitting a goal. It is not about starving yourself or depriving yourself of something that could make your life better or make you happy. A diet is about changing your way of life, basically, right? Changing how your relationship with food works. Okay? It's bad to just eat whatever you want, whenever you want, all the time, but it's also bad to deprive yourself of things that you enjoy just because you're pursuing something like this invisible, quote-unquote, health goal. You should enjoy life. And you should especially enjoy life because you don't know when it's going to end. You could walk out your front door tomorrow morning and just drop dead. That's my opinion on all of it. I lean a little bit too much into the I eat what I want when I want to category. I'm trying to be better about this. But it's difficult because I have a lot of people around me that enable me to do that because I have a very high metabolism and I always have, right? So people see that I am rather thin.
You're back.
And they think, oh, well, he's a healthy guy, you know? But that's not necessarily true. We're doing this today, huh? I'm not trying to remind you of your mortality. That's not my point. Well, okay, it's a little bit of my point, but only in so that you enjoy your life. Okay? Oh, we can hang out with the sun today. Tonight. Oh, or we can hang out with the Y. Too late. All I'm saying is if it's been a little while and someone offers you a piece of cake and you really like cake, then eat the cake. It's not the end of the world. You shouldn't be eating cake every day, all day. But, you know, you're horrible about eating, have a hard relationship with food. I also have a difficult relationship with food. And people, like I was mentioning, I'm a very thin person, right? My doctors basically my whole life have been like, you're underweight, right? And people see that and they immediately assume that like I have a healthy relationship with food because they'll see me like eat a burger or whatever and be like, oh, well, he eats just fine, so clearly he's just naturally skinny or whatever, right? But because of depression, I have developed a very unhealthy relationship with how I go about eating. I will sometimes go a full day without eating just because I just didn't feel like getting up and making anything. Or I'll go like a full week and the only thing I'll eat that entire week is like cereal and instant ramen. Right? And people know that I have a sweet tooth. People know that I have a sweet tooth and they love to give me sweets. Right? Sometimes my parents will visit and they'll be like, oh, we just bought you a box of cookies, right? And, dude, it's so hard to say no to a box of cookies when you know you love them. But there have been many occasions when I have told myself, I need to stop with the sweets. I've been eating too many sweets recently because it's like around Christmas time or, you know, whatever, around the holidays, when you get a lot of sweets just naturally because people are cooking them and going to parties. I'll be like, I need to cut down on the sweets. And then that very day, I'll get visited by a family member who's like, I bought you a 12 pack of Sprite because I know you like Sprite. Or, you know, here's some fucking gooey butter cake that I made for you. We made 400 cookies, have half of them. Exactly. I am almost treated like a garbage disposal, right? They're like, we made a bunch of this stuff. We gave it to a bunch of people. We still have leftovers. Send it to Bop. Bop will eat it. And it's true because I am. I will eat it. Right? I remember towards the end of high school. So one of my sisters has diabetes, right? It's type 1 diabetes, not type 2 diabetes. Very different. But I was concerned about getting type 2 diabetes, right? Because I ate whatever the hell I wanted in high school all the time, and I never felt good, right? Drinking soda all the time, energy drinks all the time, eating cookies, eating canned ravioli, whatever the hell I wanted, and I ate a lot of it. I ate like 7 times a day in high school. I remember going over to a friend's house. They baked a bunch of sweets and they had like ice cream and milkshakes. This was a friend whose family was a bit excessive when they when they cooked and made things, they were very excessive. They didn't have any I don't want to say they didn't have any self-control, but that's what it felt like. I would go over there and my friend would be like, hey man, do you want to have a milkshake with breakfast? You know, sugary cereal and just like half a gallon of ice cream in a cup. Right? I remember going over to their house and being like, man, they offered me sweets. I was like, no thanks. I'm worried about my health right now. I'm eating too many sweets. And they literally laughed in my face. They laughed in my face and said, you are worried about eating too many sweets? Right? Anyway, I don't know where this tangent came from. I know where this is coming from. I said I lean too hard into eating what I want when I want. And people don't take that seriously when you look like I look. Your dad cooks for an army even when it's just the 4 of you. And still when it's just him and your mom. Yeah. I grew up in a large family, so I don't know how to cook small portions. Started talking about how we could die at any moment, and here we are. Anyway, we could die at any moment. You should eat a cookie, but maybe don't eat 12 cookies like I used to. Let's go hang out with the Y. It must be really invalidating to hear that. It's important to eat healthy regardless of your weight. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, inmate!
When you look a certain way, people have assumptions about you, right? I've had friends that have the opposite struggle of me, right? They do eat healthy, they do exercise, but they're still on the larger side, right? Because that's just how they naturally are, and people treat them, they treat them the exact opposite of me. They'll look at them and be like, do you really need to eat this cookie right now? And that sort of thing. It's like, well, fuck off. You're gonna sit there and offer me a half dozen cookies because I'm skinny as hell, and then look at this other person and be like, do you really need to eat a cookie? Maybe 3 cookies. 3 is reasonable. McDonald's sells a 3 cookie pack and they're good. I miss chocolate chip cookies so much. Ever since I've been unable to eat chocolate, like, so many people make chocolate chip cookies in so many different varieties. Okay. I don't remember who is what confidant. I need a son or a... Where is he? Hanged Man. I don't have either of those.
Time for some rehabilitation. You wish to perform an execution. Let us begin the search.
You change your mind? Justine, you handle.
These are the paths you have walked. Is this a fee is required? Then accept this persona.
Done already? What? No slacking off.
You make healthy food choices usually, but you're really bad at eating regularly because of chronic pain and fatigue. Yeah, so I don't have any issues eating a balanced diet. The issue, right? Like, I grew up eating vegetables, and typically my parents, or whoever was cooking at the time, you know, my sisters were often cooking, because my parents worked. Typically our meals were pretty balanced, you know, a meat or a protein, a vegetable, and like a starch for dinner. So I don't have the same problem a lot of my friends have, where it's like they hate vegetables. It's just actually planning to cook those meals is so difficult. It's so incredibly hard to actually make a balanced meal.
Good.
It's just really, really, really hard to always have a vegetable prepared, or a fruit prepared, or to have proteins on top of having the, you know, carbs. It's just... Sometimes it's easy to just throw a bunch of noodles in a pot, put some stock in there, and just eat that. You grew up eating whatever they could get you to eat. You're autistic picky eater, so mostly chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and snacks. But you like a lot of healthy food now. But yeah, it's hard to cook and meal plan. That's the hardest part. So finding what you like that is healthy, or what you can stomach that is healthy, is difficult. But it is so much more difficult to actually go out and like get those things and make sure you always have them on hand and to prepare them. Cooking dinner for just myself on any given weekday takes at least 45 minutes. And man, I'm already a busy guy. I've got so many things I want to do. That's why I'm glad that at least twice a week, my roommates cook. They're very nice people, very good people.
Yeah. Yo.
You make pasta with butter sauce on a lot of burnout days. Yeah, noodles, pasta and noodles are very easy to eat on any burnout day, and it's easy to just like chuck some stuff in there. Recently, I've had a lot of my roommates have gone out of their way to purchase frozen fries for me, right? And so a lot of days I'll just cook up an onion, toss it on top of some fries, toss that in the air fryer, and just have fries with onions and cheese on top, you know, loaded fries.
Shit. Yeah.
You're making red pozole today? I don't know what the hell that is. Hoping it goes okay because it's Sammy's favorite soup. Oh, it's a soup, huh? I love me some soup. My go-to for a very long time, so like back in the days when I was mega degen and basically just, I didn't have a job except for on the weekends, and I didn't really have anything to do during the day. I would just spend my entire day playing video games. It would end up being like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, right? By the time I realized I hadn't eaten, and my go-to would just be chicken noodle soup. Just quickly toss together some vegetables and some chicken and some noodles.
Yo.
So I have made like 400 different variations of chicken noodle soup in my life.
Later.
I could make chicken noodle soup in my sleep. Pozole is a Mexican soup. It comes in red, green, and clear, like the Mexican flag. Okay, red one is spicier with pork and hominy. Don't know what that is. Then you top it with radish, cilantro, and onions to preference, and eat with a tostada chips or rolled tortilla. That sounds amazing. Yeah, sure, let's go hang out with Makoto. Mostly because she gives us a new location. Jinbocho.
Alright.
Okay, wait a minute. That says Jinbocho with an N, whereas that says Jimbocho with an M. Have some consistency, damn it. Have some consistency. You make a mean chicken noodle too? You like to make dumplings sometimes when you have the energy? But Sammy prefers noodles. My grandmother has a take on dumplings. So she was Pennsylvania Dutch, and they have a thing called pot pie. That is not a traditional pot pie. It's not actually a pie. It's more like a dumpling, it's more like a dumpling soup, right? So I've had I know how to make dumplings in that Pennsylvania Dutch style, but I've never had a traditional dumpling. Look who it is. It's Ifumi. I wish Ifumi was in the party. She's my fellow shogi warrior. Yeah, she'll like that more.
I see.
You use seasoned flour and egg for your dumplings, but some people use biscuit dough, which is nice too. I wish I had the recipe my grandmother makes, because it is unlike any other food I have ever had, but it is absolutely delicious. The issue is that making it, how do I put it? Making it is such a specific process that doing any one thing wrong, right, just trying to recreate it from memory, makes it an awful dish.
Yes.
Wow, I can't believe she's gonna make me do all the work here.
Shall we return home?
Man, it's hot.
We don't have much time left. I know it's frustrating, but there's not much we can do.
Still no freaking crossword puzzle. How many more days until the hard palace starts? How many days do we have left? Okay, so 6 days until the cleanse. I'd say 10 to 12 days, something like that. When those events start happening, I don't rightfully know how soon after the next story event that the follow-up stuff happens. I mentioned before, this is the longest, one of the longest sections in the game of just social stuff. I have also mentioned before, I think the pacing of this game is kind of awful. Okay. Sojiro, we need a Hierophant. Do we have a Hierophant? Of course we don't. We never have what we need.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, sure, let's take Yusuke to the jazz club. Why not? I'm sure this will be fun.
Oh, this place looks interesting. This drink. What are your thoughts?
Have you ever been suddenly struck with hunger right in the middle of class? It's quite unbearable. Bro, you should probably just eat in the morning before you go to school.
I enjoyed that.
Looks like spending time in the jazz club has had an effect on Yusuke's health.
That's it.
Oh yeah, he gets the next level of Counter Strike, 15% chance of reflecting attacks. Does not stack. Now that's important. I think that in previous games, it doesn't mention whether or not it stacks. So you could have both Counter and Counter Strike on and think that you're getting yourself a nice 25% chance. But no. It sucks that it doesn't stack, but you know, it is what it is. Also his HP went up by 20, so that's nice.
See you later.
Also, in the trend of me forgetting something, every single stream, I forget at least one thing. I forgot to turn on the, so I have, right next to my room is where the laundry room is, right? My roommates occasionally have to come in here to do laundry. But they don't like walking in when I'm in the middle of the stream. So I have a thing, I have a push light. Like I have a light I can hit the switch for that tells them, hey, when this light is on, I'm streaming. I forgot to turn the light on, so I just got walked in on, and someone's doing laundry now.
Yo.
No big deal, you know? I just mute, I tell them I'm streaming, and they're like, oh, okay. And it's not like the microphone picks up the sound of the washer in the dryer, so...
Nice.
Looks pretty healthy for now. What the hell? How often do I have to freaking... I feel like I give this food once a month. I hate plants. Plants are so boring. Bop, forgetting something. Classic. Unfortunately, it is a classic. Just like me messing up words. Okay, Yusuke, Makoto. Is that it? Oh, okay, chat, Yusuke or Makoto. Let's see. I think Makoto is much lower. No, they're about the same. You hardly ever hear me mess up words. I feel like I am messing up words all the time. At least 2 or 3 times a stream, I'm just like, but words are hard. Difficult to speak. We have an Emperor, so let's just go with Yusuke. I also like Yusuke more, so...
Beautifully executed. By the way, I see.
Let's go ahead and make one more charge, because why not?
Very well. Well then, by the way.
Maybe on stream like once or twice, but whenever you're in a call, you hardly ever hear you hardly ever hear me make a mistake. Yeah. It's easier in casual conversation, because in casual conversation I am not going out of my way to enunciate more. When I am talking on stream, I am trying my best to be clearer than I normally am, because I have a very difficult time communicating with people on the phone.
Let us be off.
Or communicating with people that they don't know me, right? I have mentioned before that sometimes when I introduce myself, people in the past have misunderstood my name, which is crazy to me. My name is fairly simple and fairly common, but it has been a problem where people are just mishear what I say. You also feel like typically I am solid at speaking and reading? Well, I appreciate that. And you don't like reading aloud? Streaming a dialogue-heavy game would kill you? Yeah, I'm not reading a lot of this dialogue out loud. Because it would be too much for me. My voice would be dead in like an hour if I had to read everything aloud. But yeah, I am reading important stuff out loud, and I'm making a point of, like I said, enunciating and trying to make things as clear as possible.
Indeed.
Our theme today shall be anguish. Well, I mean, going to a church is not a bad place to find anguish. I shall paint the anguish Christ felt as he bore the sins of mankind. I feel like plenty of people have done that, but, you know, you do you. It's your journey. Like I said before, just because it's a common thing for people in the art world in general does not invalidate your take on it. Hardly anyone you introduce yourself to verbally hears it correct. That's unfortunate. But I'm sure there's a lot of... How do I put this? I'm sure they're trying their best, but you said your name is uncommon, so it's just... They just autofill. People are only really, like, half listening anytime they're having conversations with new people. Because there's just so much information you have to process, so much new information you have to process when you're talking to someone new, you know?
Well then.
Only a subject naked as the day they were born can convey the true anguish of birth. I don't think I'm going to be stripping in this church.
Now then.
The one that annoys you most is being called Brittany because it doesn't even really sound like Bethany, but it's so common. Yeah.
No.
So this is the Passion of the Christ. Yeah, this guy's great. Genuinely, of the party members, really the only one that's just like fantastic all the way through. I love this guy.
Oh.
You got called Brittany by a teacher for months until you refused to even acknowledge she was trying to talk to you. She slammed her hands on the desk in anger because you ignored her and was so embarrassed when you said she wasn't using your name. That's crazy. It was satisfying though because she was an asshole all the time. Stupid idiot teacher. Those, what did they say in this game all the time? Those awful adults. Shitty adults, that's what they say. What a shitty adult she was. Indeed, if I do not have belief in my own abilities, I will never come to accomplish anything. I agree, Yusuke. People need to have a little more faith in themselves.
I'm in your debt.
Confidant Emperor, rank 5. New ability, card creation. Allows Yusuke to create any skill card he has copied once before.
All right.
Now I don't need to hoard skill cards anymore. I can just have him make one and then move on. It definitely gives Scooby-Doo vibes. Always some old asshole fucking up everything.
See you.
Yeah. Man, now I'm thinking about like a Scooby-Doo style, a Persona style Scooby-Doo game. That would fucking slap. Let me play as
Man, it's hot.
some rando, like silent protagonist, and just spend all of my days hanging out with Shaggy and Scooby. Just, you know, eating hamburgers and shit. Scooby is a better pal than Morgana anyway. Please stop saying that. Please stop saying Morgana. You have to stop. There it is again. Yeah, exactly. Like, stop it.
Hey, inmate!
Do you have business?
Okay, we're definitely not getting to Elden Ring today, because we're not done with this segment yet, and it's almost been 2 hours, so
Justine!
Read here.
it's just gonna be Persona today. I'm glad I didn't put Persona and Elden Ring in the title. Okay, let's grab a Hierophant to go hang out with my bro.
Is this a fee is required? Then accept such rude.
Done already? What?
But it's okay, because, I might be streaming tomorrow.
It is time in.
So, to explain why I might be streaming tomorrow, Elena for Street Fighter 6 came out today, but I couldn't play.
Way too hot.
I couldn't play her today because I have to stream. Right, and I have to do extreme trials with my free company later tonight.
Got time right now? All right then.
So I might stream some Elena tomorrow. And, you know, just chill. And maybe I'll stream some Elena tomorrow and go right into Elden Ring after. You don't mind my Elden Ring journey, it's just Sammy has 2,700 hours. Holy cow. So you've seen it a lot. Yeah. Kaneki, I don't blame anybody. You might appreciate something useful to him. Okay. For the gentleman. He is a gentleman. but let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, let's give him this. But yeah, most people I know have seen 1 bajillion hours of Elden Ring, so I understand not wanting to, you know, actively watch that. It's like how I personally am not super interested in a lot of things some of my friends are streaming because I've just seen so much of it. You know? It sucks when someone you enjoy watching is playing something you don't enjoy at all. Or something you want to avoid watching. Like, example, currently Axiom, right? Very, very good friend of mine. Some of you know, or all of you know, I don't know. Is streaming a game by the Danganronpa devs, right? And I just have zero interest in that. So I'll occasionally pop in and say hello. And maybe put it on in the background while I am cleaning or something. But otherwise, I have zero interest in that. And when he was playing Conan, I popped in once or twice, right, to say hello, but Conan is the most boring thing on the planet to me. It's not something I could just sit there and watch him play. Same thing with when Monster Hunter Wilds came out. Everybody I knew was playing Monster Hunter Wilds, even like my current favorite streamers like Luna. And it was just like, dude, I don't see the appeal in watching this. I don't get it. I played a bit of the beta test when that came out, and it was like okay to play. It's fun with friends, but watching it was just so snoozer.
Yo.
Okay.
And that's nothing against the people who are playing those games. They're having a good time, and I'm sure the people who do enjoy that are having a good time watching it. I just don't have interest in it.
Oh! Yes!
Okay, let's see what's on the agenda for today. We've got 4 days left. We can hang out with Yusuke, On, and Ryuji. We can hang out with Takumi. And that seems to be it. You see no appeal in Monster Hunter as a viewer or a player. I used to be the type of person that's like Monster Hunter has no appeal, right? And then World came out, I played a bit of World solo, and then I played Monster Hunter 2 with Zeal and Noble and Sozu. And that was fun. I really enjoyed that. So playing those games multiplayer is probably the only way I will enjoy those games. Right? But watching people play it is a whole other thing. Because the enjoyment of playing it was that it had a nice pace of like relaxing, gathering, and crafting and stuff, and then, you know, building up to a fight, and then you repeat the process. Right? It had a nice, slow, steady build up to a climax, and then, you know, you do that again, and then you do that again. And it had a bunch of rewards for actually putting in the work. Armor sets and weapon sets and things like that. But watching that process is way less interesting than participating in that process for me. Right? Watching somebody else craft a bunch of armor is like, I don't care. I'm not paying attention to what things you need. I'm not paying attention to how much effort goes into this. You played some Monster Hunter World, but you only really enjoyed the base decorating and creature collecting for your base, not the fighting monsters. Yeah, that's understandable. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm looking at my confidants. I could hang out with Ryuji. I could hang out with Takumi. Who was the other person? I feel like I'm moron. It was On, who I can't max up, so it's Yusuke, Ryuji, or Takumi. You know what, let's just go hang out with Yusuke again. Prosper today? You know what, we should check.
Okay.
Nope.
Beautifully
This is not what I wanted to do. I called you all here for no reason. Oh. Well, I can't check because I already left. So... we'll check at night.
By the way, I see. By the way, I see.
Let's have you duplicate something. Augie Dine. Oh hell yeah! Let's have you
Very well.
do
Well
that.
then.
Having one of those
By
around
the
would be
way.
great. Hell yeah, we're gonna hang out with you today. Let's see some progress on your art, bro.
Yes.
Oh, we're back here. You've been obsessed with Cult of the Lamb since you started on Saturday? I don't know what the hell that game is. I know they added sex to it, right? That's the thing that you can do in that game now. But that's all I know about it.
How could this be? No.
Well,
Huh.
lucky for you, I'm super proficient, so I can just fix it myself. I make lockpicks all the time. I know how locks work.
Let us be off.
I've seen the lockpicking lawyer. And that other guy who's like, this is a master lock 527. You can open
I
it with the
see.
master lock 527. And then he smacks the one lock with the other lock and it opens. You're enjoying the base building and the dungeon crawling? Oh, okay, so it's that sort of game. That's cool. Speaking of base building, there was a base building game, at least I think it was a base building game, that came out a while back that I was really interested in playing, but I just never heard anything about. I want to say it was a Lord of the Rings game. In fact, I want to say it was a Lord of the Rings, like, Mines of Moria game. Where, like, you were a bunch of dwarves going back to Moria to rebuild it. I should look back into that game.
could this be?
You know, Boss told me something very interesting when I was staying with you that one night at Leblanc. He said he didn't believe Madarame took me in for my skill alone. I suppose now that I think about it, there would be no way to know whether or not I would have been talented. It's true. Why do you think Madarame decided to take me in? I'm gonna say he was sympathetic. It was a big risk for him to house these people on the off chance that they might produce good art. There has to have been some intention behind that other than that, you know? It is hard to believe that Madarame became a good artist and then threw that all away for no reason. Right?
This is a problem. Yes.
Oh, fucking... I hate skipping dialogue by accident. I desperately need a new controller, but I hate spending money on things that I don't absolutely need.
Oh. Yes.
You've been complaining about that controller for months. You need to replace it.
I'm in your debt.
But it works just fine 99% of the time. I feel like my bond with Yusuke has grown deeper. Confidant Emperor rank 6, new ability, Harrison Recovery. Chance to cure status ailments inflicted upon party members.
All right. Shall we return home? See you.
It's like Darkest Dungeon and Binding of Isaac for the dungeon mechanics for combat. Oh, talking about Cult of Lamb. But it has a base with followers, you recruit, and crafting, so it's kind of Animal Crossing-like too. That sounds interesting. Okay, so the issue really is that, like, I've had this controller for a few years now, right? It's an Xbox controller. I do have another controller I can replace it with. The problem is, it is a Switch controller, and some games, chiefly the games I would be playing with it, don't translate the swap of the A and B buttons positions well. In fact, it's very inconsistent whether games are like, okay, the B button is now the A button, or they're just like, okay, so the A button is still the A button, it's just in a different spot. And that's what is so absolutely frustrating about trying to use that controller for things. Especially when more and more games now have the button prompts on screen,
It sounds like everyone's
but
starting
they
to get
only
anxious.
use the Xbox buttons.
Considering how fast the days are closing in. The best thing we can do for now is stay calm.
The best thing we can do for now is the same thing we've been doing for the last month, which is fucking nothing. Who's this? I'm tired. My grammar is perfect, but my health is not. I love that. Okay, let's have Kawakami come over. Kawakami-san actually collapsed and she's been admitted to the hospital. Holy hell.
Jeez.
Okay, so maybe it's not 99% of the time. Maybe it's like 98% of the time.
What?
Kasei-san, oh, it's it's that one kid's parents. The people that are basically blackmailing her. The dirtbags who would blame their death on someone who had absolutely nothing to do with it. In fact, one of the only people that was helping their kid better his life. Hello, Jacqueline. Don't pay these people. They're dirtbags. Don't act tough. Well, you're not tough. You're fucking blackmailing a teacher. It wasn't even your son, that's right. It was your adoptive son. You're like his fucking uncle or something. Get out of here. It's not like we're trying to extort you. What do you mean? That's literally exactly what you're doing. Ugh. What sister company? What are you talking about? It's a company affiliated with the one you're working at now. You can make a lot more there. Oh. It's like a maid service, but they do more. Oh. Why did she meow at the end? Confidant Temperance, rank 7.
All right.
I'll see you later then.
At least this is Japan and she's not in crippling debt now because she had to spend one night in the hospital. Right?
Nice.
It's probably gonna cost her like $50 and she'll be good. What am I doing today? Not hanging out with you, that's for sure, Makoto. In fact, actually you might be the only person I hang out with. Well, fuck. And now I'm a liar.
Hey, inmate!
Hey, I can't even hang out with the twins, dang it.
Do you have business with...
Justine, you handle this. Read here.
Okay, I need a priestess. Priestess, where's a priestess? There's
You
a
can
priestess.
hold no more personas.
Oh. So I have to fuse something away.
Time for some rehabilitation. Let's execute it. What path do you want?
And I can't fuse anything new, can I? I don't want to fuse this stupid DLC persona.
Can you gather them up?
That's what I'll
Some
do, I'll itemize a
modification,
persona. Okay. I almost forgot that was a thing.
I guess it'll give you some protection.
Oh, it's fucking 137 to 170, hell yeah. And she gets Evade Wind. Is there anything else? I mean, Spark
It
Ring, what does
appears
this
it
do?
will become
Just get you
something. It
Sionga,
appears
Bless
it
Ring,
will
get you
become
Koga.
something protective.
Yeah. Oh, but that gets rid of our Habaki, which is currently our best one by far.
I guess it'll
Screw
give
it.
you some protection.
So, this is what it will become. Now, be reborn.
I'm not skipping this animation because I just feel like watching it this time. Every once in a while, you know, I just feel like watching the cool animations.
Finished for now? You'd like to read the compendium? Read here. This you'll withdraw then accept. You left. Are you finished? What? No slacking off.
Okay, I've got about an hour more before I have to go. So that should be enough time to get through these next 3 days and then the cutscenes following. And if not, then, you know,
Well,
my FC can wait a little bit. We're usually late anyway.
well,
Let's go to school, even on our days off and during summer break, because it's the only place I, the student council president, am comfortable. Also, they didn't want to make another scene, another variation of this scene for when you do this during summer break. Also, what do you mean your class had a practice entrance exam? It's summer.
actually,
Ooh. Oh, the lady who was working at the definitely not shady cafe. Don't you have any goals, lady? You used to think doing what others expected of you was the best way to move forward. Well, that's like the worst way to move forward. And then you get trapped in a cycle of wanting to please people and never being able to fully meet their expectations because, well, you're just never going to be able to fully meet someone else's needs entirely on your own.
but That's...
Told you, you're like a middle-aged man in the body of a high school girl. You know what? I'm just gonna let that be. I'm not gonna make any jokes about that. Oh, okay, I have to. It's, of course, Japan. 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 That's all I have to say.
That reminds me. You're right.
I have no intention of working with the police. Good. Fuck the police.
Thank you very much.
Confidant Priestess, rank 4. New ability, Follow Up. Chance to perform a follow-up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy.
All right.
Hey. I'll see you later.
Man, her confidant is just so boring. It's just so boring.
Ah, you're back.
Can't hang out with Hifumi today. Can only hang out with these 3 losers. Sojiro it is. Hey bro, what's going on? Let's hang out with the chief. The boss. The big guy.
Well,
These beans are Colombian, a medium fine city roast. Oh, and don't let the water boil too much. Okay. Medium fine, city roast, don't boil it too much.
yeah.
Making a blend, on the other hand, is a different story. Mixing beans at random won't do you any good. That's because the acidity and the flavor profile all depend on the bean ratio. The truth is, a scientific genius actually came up with the perfect spice combo to complement your coffee. Wow. Something about the quantification of taste. There's no formula for flavor, but it is pretty damn good. I mean, it sounds fancy, but taste is taste. I used to know someone that drank milk, cow milk, with literally every meal, and you'd be like, what in the hell? He is eating a salad right now with zesty Italian dressing and drinking milk. So there's no accounting for taste, you know?
Jeez.
That old man, that man is an old acquaintance of yours who's short on cash right now. Well, what a dick. He's just coming here to ask you for money? I feel like my bond with Soji Rose is growing deeper. Commandant Harvant, rank 4. New ability, LeBlanc Curry. Allows you to make curry that slightly restores SP to all allies. Hell yeah. Basics of LeBlanc Curry. You can make curry on days when there are ingredients for curry in the refrigerator at LeBlanc. You'll be unable to make curry during the day and after school when the cafe is open. Try cooking at night when the stove is free.
Now then.
I can see the compassion hidden beneath Sojiro's actions. I feel my kindness growing. Still not particularly close to the next rank of kindness.
Nice.
Okay, 2 more days. 2 more days. That's all we got. 2 more days. Okay, it looks like today we're hanging out with Takumi. Assuming we don't have a death. This is so difficult. Life is difficult. I'm going to have to fuse or get rid of another persona to make room. I wish I did not have to have the persona on me. It's so annoying that I have to have the persona on me.
The inmate you wish to let us begin the search.
Still can't make anything new without spending a buttload of money, so it's time
They
to
will be
itemize.
reborn anew.
None of these seem particularly worthwhile.
A skill card, huh?
So, this is what it will become.
Is Skullcracker any good? I don't know if it even is.
A skill card, huh?
It appears it will become something protective.
Yeah, I guess it's probably better than any of
This
these
shall
other
be
things,
the
so
now.
let's just go ahead and do
Be
it.
reborn.
Obtained award electric chair
You
fanatic.
change your mind?
You'd like to read the compendium? Read
That's something.
here. Is your withdrawal? This is such.
Done already? What? No slacking
Guess I'm
off.
done already. I wouldn't be in here if I didn't absolutely have to be.
Don't pass out, okay?
I'm here for a clinical trial. You're gonna pass for today, but you were the one who texted me. Takumi is depressed. My overflowing charm melted Takumi's stubborn heart.
Please head to the exam room.
I'm just so damn charming that I stopped her
Hey.
from being depressed. Thinking of resigning, what the hell?
Same here. I see. Thanks.
Tell me about him. About this chief
What are you
bastard.
trying to do?
No, I just need to know about him, okay? It's for my research. His full name is Shoichi Oyamada. He's a very influential chief of staff in the world of medicine. Request received. Bad medicine.
Take care.
Rain, huh?
Okay, I still have my temperance. So let's see. Let's see if Becky will come on over.
Hi.
What the fuck did she just say? So drenched and wet right now. Wow. The suggestive text with this character.
Hey.
Bro, we're almost broke. Holy hell, I did not realize
head
how much
over right
cash
now.
we were spending.
Hey, hey.
Bop, they came. What came? Also, very funny thing to come in here and say after the dialogue I just read. Your weeb stuff. Oh hell yeah. Can't wait to see pictures. I decided the way to apologize to him was to make sure there won't ever be another student like him, as I might have been able to save him if I hadn't been afraid of rumors or labels back then. I wanted to be a teacher who takes care of her students. That's the mindset that I had. That's a good mindset to have there, lady. Mistakes can be fixed. It's not too late. Hell yeah.
You're right.
Don't pay those bastards for anything. You don't owe them shit, and they didn't do anything to help the situation either. They're the ones that made a high school student work 2 jobs while also going to school. They could have just provided for him, but they put pressure on him to provide for himself while they were supposed to be his guardians. Absolute crazy nonsense. Like, I don't love when these characters say shitty adults, right? Because it's such a crazy perspective, right? But in this particular case, they were being shitty adults.
All right.
Confidant Temperance, rank 8. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is like a dialogue option here. It's like, I want to be in a relationship with you, but we're not doing that. I am treating this character as a separate person. I am not self-inserting in this particular playthrough, right? And I don't want to romance this character because I've already seen the romance route when I played it for myself.
Thanks. Good night.
So much for being a maid. Get to bed early tonight. Lack of sleep is basically poison for your body and mind. If only I could learn that fucking lesson. If only I could learn that lesson. Okay, tomorrow is the day.
Nice.
Tomorrow is the day. Still no crosswords. Sir, could you leave? Where are the crosswords? You're telling me you're gonna give me the longest section of social stuff and not give me a crossword puzzle the entire time? Okay, we got Ryuji, we got Makoto. Is that a... no, Kasumi, I was gonna say, is that a Akechi, but it's not. I was going to say rude, but it was for a crossword. Yeah, the most important thing in the game. Makoto is still only rank 4, so I guess if we have a priestess on us, we'll go hang out with her. As lame as she is. And I guess Fing is here now, and he likes Makoto, so you know.
Shall we go? Actually...
Eiko has started dating a host from a club near her work. Oh no. A student dating an adult? Also someone that works at a host club? I can't see that going well. He sounds suspicious. For anybody that doesn't know what a host club or a hostess club is, basically you are paying to have drinks and snacks with someone and for them to have a conversation with you and to act like they're interested. That's basically it. That's literally basically it. You're not paying to have sex. You're just paying to have like a date with them. Yep, let's go spy on Eiko.
Well...
Why not? had to ignore a lot of stuff like that for Persona games. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of just have to take some of these things at face value and not think about them too much. Like the teacher and the doctor romance stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
Thank you.
I can sense Makoto's trust in me. I mean, Fing, I was talking about it earlier. Basically, like,
All right.
I personally have no issue, like, just divorcing the entire idea of the age stuff in these games, right? And just
Alright
treating the
then.
characters all as if they are just in the same age group. It doesn't matter. You know, they just have slightly different positions in life. But the one with the teacher specifically is a bit weird. I do like her, you know, as a character. I think she's quite nice. Her romance is very weird. But I could, like, mental math it in my head to be like, I am an adult, she is an adult. The character is not an adult, but I am physically, in the real world, am an adult. And I can self-insert and make that just fine. If it wasn't a teacher and a doctor, I'd be much more flexible on it. So she is a doctor, it's right, but she's not your doctor, and also, like, it's almost basically just like a coworker, is what that relationship feels like. But the teacher one, yeah, the teacher one is weird. And I feel like a lot of people give it a pass because it is a female teacher with a male student, and not the other way around. Because this game literally starts with a male teacher and a female student having an inappropriate relationship.
well then.
This isn't just some normal oversleeping stuff. Yeah, she's literally been asleep for 24 days. That's not fucking normal. The game really doesn't put much thought behind the idea that she's asleep for this long. It kind of just expects you to wait until the end of the month to do the palace. Right? That way it's like, oh, she's asleep for, 24 hours. That's not super unusual. I believe in Futaba. Mostly because
I have to
I
agree
don't
with
have any
Makoto.
fucking choice.
Who knows how this might turn out?
Shogi practice.
Good evening.
The weird thing also about the two adult romances in this is that there are, in Persona 4, there are plenty of, like, relationships you have with older female characters, but none of them are actually romanceable. At most, you are, like, flirting. So it's strange that they went the route in this particular one to have two different adult romanceables. Actually, is there more than that? There's more than two. There's four. Because Chihaya is also an adult, and so is Oya, and you can romance both of them.
Oh. sorry.
She has a bad vibe. She's very friendly to everyone but me. Well, that just means that she's biased against you. Or jealous or something.
Oh.
What do I think about the Phantom Thieves? Never heard of them.
I look forward to it.
I feel Hifumi's trust in me growing. Fumi Togo, Confidant Star, rank 4. I don't know why I said her name that time. I think mostly because I forgot what her last name is.
Let's go. Until next time.
So she likes shogi and she loves books. What a fucking nerd. You want to see more of her stuff? Don't worry, we're gonna spend plenty of time with her. She's interesting. You meant to do her link on your playthrough, but you just kind of forgot about her. Yeah, she doesn't pop up often, right? So it can be easy to forget about her, but she's great, so. Okay, on to the story stuff.
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed? Futaba's still asleep too. This won't be good.
That'll be fine.
Hey,
Come on, she'll come wandering through that door or something.
same as always. Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year. Here, I've got a cup for you too. Futaba reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly? That reminds me. You saw me talking to that prosecutor. I mean,
Yes, I did.
That woman in the suit.
Yes, she's
right?
very beautiful. What about her?
I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come
Man,
back.
I really hope the
I
next
guess I should
fucking
tell you
game is
about
not
it.
in high
That
school,
woman
but it's
was trying
definitely
to get
going to be.
information on Wakaba's research out of
Not just because, like
That's what
like
we
I
heard in
mentioned
the
before,
palace.
I have no issues
You don't need to
separating
know what the research was about.
reality
Just
and
know
fiction,
there was
right?
some trouble around it.
So it doesn't bother me
Obviously,
too much that
Wakaba
they're
got
high school
dragged
kids.
into
I
that
just
as
wish the
well.
setting was different because
Now,
the
they
setting has
ruled
been
her
the
death
same
as
from the
suicide.
very start. That's it.
And I've
I
got
just
my
want a different
doubts.
setting.
Doubts.
And
Could
like
she have been
college
killed?
or working age would
Supposedly,
just
there were people
allow
who
there to
wanted
be
take
so
her
much more
research and use
variety.
it for their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't have a lick of evidence. That's why I haven't told Futaba any of this. I don't want to cause her any more trouble.
It sounded like she had suspicions of her own based on what she said in the palace.
Still, there's one
Yeah,
thing
you
I
feel that? You
regret.
can do the same?
It was right
But
before
I-
Wakaba died.
why
She
aren't
told
they
me,
just like 2 to 3 years
think
older?
I might
Because
die.
Japan has this
I
obsession with
brushed
this
it off, thinking
idea.
it was just a joke.
Okay, Japanese media, again,
But if I had
try not
just
to
taken it
talk
seriously,
broadly about a culture that I don't actually understand and
that's
haven't
another
lived
reason
through.
I took Futaba in.
Japanese media, specifically
Redemption.
anime
She
and
went
anime
through such
influenced
horrible
things like this
things.
game,
Those heartless
has
adults
this
just yelled at
obsession
the poor
with this
girl.
idea that
Hey,
your life was its most
how do you heal
exciting
emotional
in
scars?
high school. Right? Because after high school, you go through college, which is all just about preparing yourself for just all about preparing yourself for the workforce. And then once you're in the workforce, that's your life. They'll heal on their own. These sort of things just need time.
I'm waiting for it to happen, but...
And look, I
Futaba!
told you, she just walks through the door. Of course she does. Love the shoes. Love the shoes.
It's cold.
Huh?
You can't sell this.
Never mind that, but... how did you get here?
I walked?
You're okay?
Was that bad?
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
I'm sorry I worried you.
It's all right.
By the way, what's the date today?
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
You definitely are, lady.
Oh, I remember now. Medjed. Let's take care of it now. Come.
Doesn't help that Japan has a very rigid and often toxic high-pressure work culture and little work-life balance after high school in particular. Yeah, exactly. So, again, try not to speak broadly about a culture that I have not lived through, experienced myself, right? But the way Japanese media portrays it, once you are part of the workforce, that is your life. You are spending not just the hours that you are at work working, but the hours after work consoling your boss and going out and drinking and making sure they're having a good time, you know. And just like everything you do is propping up the culture of the work itself. Eliminate them. Destroy them.
Violent much?
Hey, Futaba. We don't have much time left. Are you sure you could do this?
The kitty talked? Is this a dream? I'm going back to sleep.
It is not a dream! Get up! Say something!
He's a talking cat. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Now hurry it up!
I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking.
You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work? Hey, Futaba! I don't think she can hear me. Talk about intense concentration. This place is so messy. I'm surprised she could focus at all. Futaba, you should really clean your room a bit. She's not listening. Oh well. Just waiting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
You usually stay with the same company or industry until you retire or die. Like they consider it a socio-economic suicide to swap careers even at the young age of 30.
It looks a little
Yeah.
better now, don't you think?
So, again,
Well, Futaba, we're
not an
done
expert.
on our end.
It seems
Are you
like the
finished
way, like if you finish high school and you do
She
not
can't
know
hear a
what you
word I'm
want to do with
saying.
your life, you better figure that shit
We'll
out
just have to keep waiting.
instantly. You better figure that out right away, otherwise you are considered like some sort of massive failure, right? And the trend of the world
What's up?
where we
Something
are
happened?
achieving things
It's
later
finished.
and later and later in life
Finished?
worldwide
Mortis,
just doesn't seem to
It's so
agree
clean.
with
Why?
their whole work culture.
we cleaned it. Anyway, is
It's
it true?
insane.
Did you really take care of Medjed?
I handled them, and someone else handled my room. I don't understand, but this is good.
Futaba? Hey, Futaba, what's wrong? She's sleeping. Well,
Miyazaki was
looks like
considered
it's been
unhinged for
taken
swapping
care
a
of.
game dev in his
I
30s.
guess we should get home and sleep too.
He's like one of those rare success cases because companies don't like to hire old workers. How is 30 old, man? That's so crazy. But yeah, it's such a strange thing to see, right? it's such a strange thing to see that as the world, you could just look at stats, right? People are getting married younger or older, right? People are having kids older. People are moving out of their houses, their family houses, later in life. But some cultures and some places are clinging on to the idea that no, you still need to achieve all of these things super young. Okay. My package full of the cat toys I bought yet arrived, so that's nice. He gets to have some fun now that he's finally got his energy back. In their work culture, it's considered old, and that must be stressful. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Most of the people I work with, right, are new hires to the job that we're doing, right, this research job, and most of them are, like, over 40 as new hires. That's crazy. I started working here a year ago when I was just 28.
You should be in the clear now, right?
Like, just absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
Nice.
Can I do anything?
Oh,
Let's watch a DVD. Let's watch Mouse MD, a Maverick Rodent's Medical Heroics.
What do you mean a surgical consent form?
I can't believe you operated without a signature.
It's over. The patient was cured. What exactly is the problem?
It's a story about a renegade mouse doctor saving the lives of his fellow mice.
wow. I see.
Yeah, company loyalty is dead these days because there's no benefit to it. Seriously, there's absolutely zero benefit to sticking with a company long term because they're just going to screw you over. The second they get a chance to fire you on grounds that, like, don't even really exist. So, I'll take an example I know in real life. My aunt, she works in a very, very, very large industry, and she is very skilled at the specific thing that she does for this industry, right? No one around her can do her job, but she has been, like, they have been trying to get rid of her for like 3 years now to replace her just so that her boss can make more money, right? That is essentially what they're doing. They're trying to replace her with someone else who is less skilled, less experienced, and has no clue what they're doing so that they can pay them less and give her boss more money. And and she's been with this company for 20 years. She is an expert in this field. It's crazy. They barely want to give raises and then end up hiring new people for higher pay than current staff because expectations for wages went up since the hire date, but the raises are minuscule usually. And then they want to replace you when they can, exactly. Like, as far as I'm aware, the only reason my aunt hasn't been fired from her job, right, is because she has such good relations with the clients themselves. And the clients are multinational, so her position is hard to fill.
What's up?
Right? You have to find someone that is culturally diverse enough
So you're finally up, huh?
and has a
Don't slack
flexible
off
enough
just 'cause you're on
schedule
summer
to make
vacation.
that work.
Yo, you look tired.
We've made ourselves at home.
Late last night, it was discovered that someone has tampered with the hacker group Medjid's website. The site's main page now displays what is thought to be the mark belonging to the Phantom Thieves. More so,
Whoa,
the
who
personal
could've guessed?
information of a Japanese man, a possible Medjid member, was illegally publicized.
Aren't these the guys people have been up in arms about?
Medjid has yet to issue an official reply. Furthermore, their previously announced cleanse of Japan has remained unimplemented for now. Some speculate that they have taken this series of events seriously and ultimately canceled their plan.
Yeah. Yes.
What are you all smirking about?
Something great happened.
Well, stop it. You're gonna drive away all
What,
my
a bunch of
customers.
smiling kids is going to drive away your customers?
After
Why
the
would that
commercial
drive
break,
people
we
away?
will be asking guests from various fields about this turn of events.
Probably losing your
But
job because they
there
swapped
ain't any
vendors to one
customers.
promising to do most of the work,
Can it?
but
My
they
customers are on summer
outsourced their
vacation,
workforce,
too.
underpaid, and rely on a lot of
I just
AI.
realized our break's
Oh.
almost over.
There are still 10 days left.
I want to go somewhere.
There is that as well.
but we
Lots of
can't
people
just leave
are-
Futaba-chan alone.
Like,
Some
at
things
risk
still
of losing their
concern me
job to
too.
AI, which is just so stupid.
Research.
Oh, did you just get up?
Good morning.
It seems she's cautious of us.
Hey, why don't we go upstairs? If any customers come, she'll be even more afraid.
Why don't you go with them, Futaba? Have fun. It's about time my regulars show
Man,
up
is she really
anyway.
just that short?
I don't want you guys loitering around my store.
The fact that there were no damages due to the hacker's actions is but an afterthought. The issue I want to make clear is the attitude of the police, and more importantly, the government.
They told you over 2 weeks
What do you
ago and
mean?
said to give them 45 to 60 days
Are
to
they
know
doing their
if
best
you
to
still
find
have
an
a job
effective
after
countermeasure
February
against
next
these
year.
phantom
Oh,
thieves?
I really hope
Is
that
it
goes
not
well
the
for you.
government's duty to create a society where its citizens can live without worry?
I worry so much
Unfortunately,
about everyone
the
I know
current
keeping their
cabinet
jobs.
is powerless. As such, they should be disbanded. I believe now is the time for me to risk my political career in hope of making a new reality. A new political system that goes beyond
So this
parties or
guy's evil, and
factions.
it's pretty clear he's
An
evil since
ideal
the moment we
country of
first saw him.
peace and order.
This politician seems quite promising.
He's just giving you all
I
this
have
bullshit.
to agree. I hope he can work to ease the anxieties of the elderly.
What do you think, boss?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't
Based
listening.
boss, not listening to the fucking absolute scam artist on television right now.
So the Phantom Thieves only stole the heart of Futaba Sakura, and Mejid was in turn defeated by her real-world hacking abilities? This does correlate to the facts as we know them. If he's telling the truth, then Wakaba Ishiki didn't commit suicide. Did a third party target her life with the goal of destroying her research?
You do
Wakaba's
mass
death was
claim
2 years
denials
ago.
management.
That also
Projects that
coincides with
range
when the
from
incident
4
started
to 30
occurring.
million in build charges
Does
and
this
sometimes
other
take
metaverse user
take
that
months to
Madarame and
analyze and
Kaneshiro
resolve. But you're
mentioned
yeah, but
really exist?
don't worry, AI will just do
Earlier,
the job
I
for
briefly
you.
mentioned about those psychotic breakdown incidents that have alarmed the public. All of a sudden, people will lose consciousness or
I
become
don't have to worry
violent.
about you, Fing.
A
Unions are good for
situation as
that. Well, good. I'm
incomprehensible
glad you
as
have a
that
strong
can't
union
be
behind you.
explained away as troubled social conditions. I suspect that these cases are all connected to a larger, man-made plot. The method involved always muddled the explication, but your story has virtually confirmed its viability. Although I wouldn't have expected a new criminal to come to light from your testimony. What did your group think of this other metaverse user?
Pretty radical. The coolest character.
So
He's
you were
just
aware
dope,
that
you
what
know?
you were
He just
doing
goes
wasn't
around
the
popping
pure
people
justice you envisioned.
as he sees fit. He's got
Well,
balls.
No matter how you thought of them, there can be no doubting your resolve.
He or she has
Are
balls,
those
I
incidents
guess.
because of you or
Compared to
someone
us,
else?
we're cowards.
Either way, I will get to the bottom of this.
I feel like my bond with Sai has grown deeper. Confidant Judgment, rank 3.
All right.
Now, let's move on to your next crime. Kunikazu Okumura. You should know who he
Okumura.
is, considering
How?
what happened.
This is it.
Your testimony regarding this incident will be serious. I'm sure you understand why. Answer
That's
my
the guy,
next
Hal.
question carefully. What did you do to this Okumura?
I want you to know that this is the palace that everyone has a very hard time with.
To think.
So
a
we're getting
cognitive
there.
version of a person would transform into such a horrible monster and attack us. That means our enemies aren't limited to shadows.
I thought the other people were just victims, like the slaves at the castle or the walking ATMs.
Even though they seem to be alive, they're only part of the backdrop. The environment. In other words,
You got snoozy during the state of play and missed the end of it?
determines the form
Oh,
and
right, that was
strength of
happening.
their cognitions. I would have loved to
Summer
ask
Games Fest like
Futaba's
tomorrow?
mother how far along she was with her research.
Why would they have a state of play the day before
She was
Summer
looking
Games
into
Fest?
that cognitive science stuff, yeah?
If we put together all the information we've gathered up to this point, abuse of cognitive science can lead to death, and it may even relate to the psychotic breakdown incidents. Considering the cognitive aspect, I sense a strong connection between it and the metaverse.
On top of that, the research might have been stolen and used by someone else. You mean those guys that showed Futaba-chan the fake suicide note?
If that is the case, those people are unforgivable.
Man,
Hey Futaba, is there anything else you
Man.
can remember?
I'm really hoping that they're gearing up towards something big soon with the Persona games. They
She
have
is
been
quite difficult.
hinting at, or seemingly hinting at,
That smell.
a
no fair.
an overarching
Can I
plot
snag a bite?
or a behind-the-scenes happening with something since Persona
we take a
3,
short
and
break?
like they haven't cashed out on it yet. I really hope they cash out on that sometime
Thinking,
soon.
even if Futaba is a genius, could she really crush an international hacker organization that easily?
The one who taunted the Phantom Thieves was a guy in Japan. I knew the Medjed members in Japan weren't anything special, so I wasn't worried.
How do you know that?
Because I'm the founder.
What do you mean? Should we take that literally?
Yep, it was only me
Did
at
none
first,
of y'all
back when I
see-
was referred to as the Hacker of Justice. But since I stayed
Did none of them
anonymous,
pay
a
attention
bunch
to
of
all
guys from all over
the
the world
Egyptian
started
like
using the
stuff
name.
going on in her palace? Of course,
And
she's the
those
one
were the
behind
ones committing
Medjed.
cyber crimes.
It was a hassle to expose all of them, so I just left them be.
So Futaba was the true Medjed, and we were freaking out over some weak-ass dipshits? You should have told us from the start, Futaba.
I discarded the Medjed name a while ago. I'm Alibaba now.
Futaba, what do you want to do now? Since you know our secret, we'd like you to join our team.
Yes, please and thank you.
Okay.
Please get rid of the cat.
Just like that?
This may
See,
even
this is what
ensure
people
our
like about this
investigation of
character.
Mementos goes along
She's very
smoothly.
nonchalant about certain things.
Well, I guess.
Well, Futaba's real amazing. She's gonna be a big help for us, huh?
Say, Futaba, how did you find out about us?
Secret.
Where did you learn to hack?
Private.
When did you obtain the nav?
I refuse to answer.
Futaba-chan sure is unique. Still, it'll be a problem if she doesn't open up to us some more.
At the very least, we need to be able to communicate normally with her.
What should we do?
She's okay as is, it's fine.
That ain't gonna fly.
First, we'll need to help her open up to us. If we each spend an entire day with her, maybe she'll get more used to being around us.
Or you'll drain her social
I
battery
see.
like all hell.
We do have the time thanks to summer vacation.
We can begin tomorrow.
Let's go to the beach! There'll be tons of people there.
To the beach,
Plus, we got
beach.
totally dried out in that desert.
That's a great idea! I forgot I hadn't gone to the beach yet.
Excuse me?
I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Let me help as well. I don't have anything planned.
Thanks. We can set a schedule with everyone else depending on when they're free.
Okay!
Can I really do this?
It'll be a disaster. But don't worry, disasters are fun sometimes.
Stress is the enemy of beauty, you know.
How can I stay calm about this?
I understand how you feel.
Thanks to the incident with those hackers, people are calling us incompetent. And on top of
Well,
all
I
that,
mean,
the
maybe you're
Phantom Thieves are
incompetent.
claiming justice is on their side. Don't make me laugh.
Medjed was dealt with by either the Phantom Thieves themselves or some avid supporter. There are no tracks whatsoever, so they must be quite skilled. Either way,
Does that mean the cat
the
won't be
general
around
public
more, or does it still
recognizes
glue
the
itself to your
Phantom
back?
Thieves as the subjugating party.
They're gaining support
He
and
still
influence
follows
much
you everywhere
faster
you
than we
go,
could
he
have
just won't be the
anticipated.
navigator anymore.
It is indeed an abnormal situation. I'm beginning to suspect mass manipulation of
Guess
some
what?
kind.
Chicken butt.
It's even possible that a powerful person is behind them, plotting the psychotic breakdowns. If only I had realized sooner.
It's rare to hear you speak in that tone.
For the sake of my justice, I won't forgive them.
You've leveled up as a weeb? Well, that can mean quite a few things. So you're gonna have to explain. You'll learn when you learn? How dare you? I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of that because I love. No, oh, fuck me. That button apparently skips.
Hey, is this really going to be okay? I'm worried about how things will be from now on.
Okay, let's go back and read all this dialogue. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we can't go back and read all this dialogue because it's on the phone. I just wanted to take a screenshot of that because I loved the the face she made, you know?
Why is he, of all people, getting excited about this? Well, the news really did draw a lot of attention. I can't wait to see what happens.
Okay, let's go back and look at that message. I just wanted to take a screenshot of that right there. Thank you. This, you know, I'm gonna save that somewhere as a reaction image. She's just like me for real, for real. She expresses herself with emojis. Okay, so I have a half hour before I have to go, but I'm pretty sure if I continue forward, there's going to be much more than a half hour of scenes. Send it to Kaneki, she would love it. Yes, yes, I think she would. So we're probably going to call it for now. We streamed for over 3 hours. That's too many for reals today. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way for real. That's just who I am for real. You're gonna have to forgive me for real. Wait, no, don't go. If I stream tomorrow, it will be a Street Fighter 6 stream. So, you know, look forward to that. I'm gonna send you all Axie's way. He's playing a game I'm not particularly interested in. Like I said, it's the Danganronpa devs. But, you know, he just started. So, head on that way. Thanks so much for tuning in. And, I'll see y'all later.